All right, welcome back, my dear students. So it's time for us to jump into the About Us page and the contact page. Let's do the About Us page. As you can see, the link is different here, so we need to have the same styles. I think I already did that for contact page, but let's actually do that for all the links here. So we need to add some styles to the link title. So we go to About, make sure that that's there. So we paste that in there from Index, and we make sure that we have that from there as well. So you saw what I did. I grabbed the styles, the class that we had here, and I just pasted in here and here. And we're good to go now, right? So let's see what we can do. What I want to do with About Us is have something to the left, like a little image, and maybe some text below it. All right. So let me show you how this can be done, achieved. So first of all, let's go to about.html. And here we are going to be inserting an ID for about. So that way we can target this page individually. All right. So we're going to call this about page. All right. This is the reason why you need IDs, right? We can, instead of classes, we're not going to have about page everywhere. So that's a good way to use IDs in one place. All right. So let's go to style.css and we're going to make a comment here real quick. Oops. Let's make a comment. And I'm going to say about page styles here. Like this. And now pound sign, and then whatever we want to style, we started with this ID. All right, whatever we want to style on that page to make it different from other pages. So the first thing that we want to do is this image. We want to have an image, but we don't want it that big, and we already have some styling right here, right? So we're gonna get that, paste it right here. All right, we don't want it 100%. We want it maybe 70%. So I hope you see what we're doing here. We are targeting that main ID, all right, and then we are using the other IDs and HTML tags, all right, to target that element, but we're letting CSS know, the browser, whatever you want to call it, right? We're letting the page know that we want to start where this ID is present, all right? So we want to start in the about page ID, and then we want to keep going down there, cascading down, all right? So we're saying this is the main, this is the second, this is the third. That's what we're saying. Refresh, we go to about page. Make sure that you save it, guys. Let's go to about. And we don't even have an image here, so even if you save it, you're not gonna see anything. So let's go to index and get that image right here. And let's go back to about. Paste it. There we go. That's fine. Save it. All right. There we go. So you can see this is not as big as the home page. It's 70%. All right. We can make it a little bigger, and we can put some text right here on the right hand side if you like. All right. So it's up to you. We can go ahead and do that right now. This is the image, and we can say something like, I don't know, profile info, and then come back here to styles, and we started with this. We don't need it because that's the only ID that we have, called profile info, but it's a good idea to do that just in case you want to use that in other pages. So we can make a little box on the other side. We can float this to the left if we wanted to. So float left, and we can float this right. And then I'm going to show you what's going to happen here. But before I do that, let me put some paragraphs here so that way you can see what's going to happen. Let's put some paragraphs right here. B asterisk 3, lorem. Actually, we only need 2 paragraphs here. All right. If I go back, and I save it, you can see that that's all going and floating to the right. All right, that's all wrapping around that. Here we can put some text, maybe some H2, and let's just put some words here, maybe the name of the person and title, CEO of Products IT, something, right? Inc. And I don't know, age 34. Let's check it out real quick. All right, you see that this is a whole mess, and I'm going to show you in a minute why we have that mess. All right, so let's go back to our styles. You see that we are floating things to the left, we're floating things to the right. We haven't put actually a width on this right here, and we have 70% there. We can put here to be, I don't know, 30%, and let's just see. There we go. All right, now we have that to the side. Now we do need some padding or some margins. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. So if we're gonna be adding some margins here to the right and left and whatever, to up and down, we need to subtract, all right, from this width here, because those margins are going to take pixels on the screen. So for example, if I do 5 pixels all around just to separate it a little bit, you're going to see what's going to happen. This is going to go down because it's too big now. So I need to subtract 5 pixels here from each corner, top, right, bottom, and left, right? So that would be an equal of what? 20 pixels, right? So now this width has to be smaller than that. Actually, it's not 20 pixels, it's from the left and the right, so that's 10. So we need to make this width 20%. Enter. And now you can see it that it's working right. Now another thing that we have, another problem, is that this is getting in between that. All right, because it's on space here. So when you flow elements to the left and to the right, whatever's underneath it tries to go up. All right, so what we need to do is clear it. So we can go back to index, no, to about, and right here we can say, I don't know, div pound, let's just do description here, description, make sure we spell it correctly. All right, and put it right here. And now we grab this, let's go to our style here, and let's just say about. Let's just make sure that this is not a $sign, right? And this is a class, and we're just gonna say description, and we're gonna do something called clear, and we're gonna say both sides. That's gonna clear the spaces there. It's gonna take that element to the bottom there. Let's make sure we save it. All right, there we go. Refresh, and now you can see that everything looks a lot better, and now it's not going in between the spaces here. All right, now we can apply some more styles to that description, and we can say, let's just play around with the inspect element, and then we copy everything down, right? So let's inspect it, and description right here, I'm gonna click on it, and I want some margin top. Enter, 10 pixels. And as you can see right now, it's not doing anything. And you might be wondering why in the world. Well, if you put your mouse over it, you can see, because these are floated elements, that margin keeps going up, and it doesn't affect this diff right here. It just skips it. All right, so that's one thing that to keep in mind when you're doing when you're floating elements. All right, so if you want to move that, what you need to do is you need to target this guy right here. All right, and then you can say margin bottom, not bottom. Yeah, bottom is fine. 10 pixels. There we go. 20 pixels there. I think that looks okay. So we copy the styles from here and we take it to that image right here. Paste it, save it. All right. All right, that's looking a little better, don't you think? All right. I mean, you can play around with it. It's up to you, you know, make this however you like. And we can even put some text here just to make it look a little decent, all right, on that placeholder. So let me show you how you can play around with that. Let's go to About. Let's go to the image. And all we have to do is pass a parameter here, question mark, text equals. And then we can say profile plus image. Plus is a space. And these are passing parameters, all right, queries in the URL. It's a little bit more advanced. I just wanted to teach you how to do that. Come here and save it. And as you can see, that text just changed. All right. So hopefully you learn a lot on this lesson here on this lecture. I'm trying my best to teach you as much as I can in this course. Again, this is a free course, and if you feel happy about the information that I'm giving you, you are welcome to give me a review anytime. I really appreciate my students taking the time to do something like that. It motivates me to keep making more lectures for you. Anyway, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next lecture.